Because I do what I want. We're doing, oh my gosh. My cats like to get into this bottom drawer, so it's about half the time just open. Sorry about that, and sorry about no glasses or makeup. Anyway, focus. So, tomorrow I'm going to be vlogging my day. And what I'm going to try and do is a perfect day. Doesn't always happen. Basically, I have recurring goals for myself that I try and hit. Theoretically, trying to hit them every day, I never do. I don't know that I've ever hit all of these goals in one day. I've written them down, and we're gonna track and see if I can meet them all tomorrow. Alright, so let's go through what they are. Walk 10,000 steps, which my foot is still hurting, so yeah, we'll see. Write 3 letters or like notes. I have a collection of note cards I might show you tomorrow that I used to write to my family back home, or sometimes just to like, yeah, friends and family that I care about. 3 Taylor Swifts. Drinking 3 of these Taylor Swift bottles. You can see by it being still mostly full, I have not done that. I know that the drink half your weight in pounds and ounces of water everyday thing is a myth, and I don't even know how many ounces are in here, but 3 of these is about what I need to stay feeling good. Then I have read. It's an undeterminate amount, which when I'm doing my 10,000 steps, I will probably be reading audiobooks, but specifically I also want to read a physical book, because I'm trying really hard to finish up that Ace book. Morning Pages, if you've read The Artist's Way or you've heard of it, it's basically as soon as you wake up doing just like free writing 3 pages of just whatever comes to your head. Eating 3 meals at home. That should not be difficult. For most people it's not difficult. For me it's difficult. And then this last one changes depending on what my evening activity is, but when I have class like I do tomorrow, it's speak up in class. We're gonna try and have a perfect day where I knock off all 7. We'll see. Alright, I'm going to bed. It's almost 10 o'clock, or it's after 10 o'clock, and so if I'm gonna get all this stuff done, I need an early start. Good morning. I'm kind of regretting this. I did wake up late. And then I stayed in bed playing on my phone, so these morning pages are not just my first unfiltered thoughts of the morning. Okay. Yeah, you don't get to know what I was writing. It is now 6:43. That took me much longer than I thought it would. And I'm going to go for a walk. Should I walk to Bedrock Coffee? No, I should drink the coffee that I have here. But I am going to walk around the block. I didn't bring my headphones, so I decided to just let this be a peaceful morning walk. Didn't anticipate that I'd be walking towards the sun though, so I grabbed my glasses, not my sunglasses, or a hat. 70 degrees out, which is nice for a light sweatshirt, also extra pockets this way, but Back from my morning walk. We're like 2/3 of the way through our first Taylor, and yeah, we're at 2,386 steps. Generally speaking, with just like my regular walking throughout the day, I need to purposefully go out and walk about 4 miles. So the path I went this morning was 1 mile. It means I got 3 more long walks, or 3 more like miles to go. Not sure how I'll split that up. Probably a mile at lunch and 2 miles in the evening. But it's starting to get warm when I left. When I left this morning, say hi Java. When I left this morning, it was like 70, and I feel like by now it's got to be like 80. I was wearing a sweatshirt, so I wouldn't do that at lunch, and I would wear different shorts. These ones are very comfy, cozy, but also they're like baggy in a way that encourages chafing. Okay, breakfast time. Alright, so for breakfast today, we've got oatmeal and some cold brew and some water. I'm gonna finish that probably here very soon, and I'll fill it back up after breakfast, and then I'll get to work for the day. I know, hot oatmeal after having just been outside in the heat doesn't sound very good, huh? These are the choices that I've made. About the coffee, Awesome Coffee Club. It's a subscription service you can feel good about. Coffee is delicious, and if you go to awesomecoffeeclub.com, you can sign up for the subscription, and the profits go to help reduce maternal and childhood mortality in developing countries. They work with Partners in Health. If you want to know more about the charity specifically that the profits go towards, the project within Partners for Health is the healthcare center in the Sierra Leone. awesomecoffeeclub.com. It's delicious, and also, not sponsored, also, this thermos, the Simply Modern thermoses, are my absolute favorite. I only have this one, but they keep everything coldest the longest. Straws are reusable, obviously, but it's also like, I can't describe it, the type of plastic it uses. It's just got a really good mouthfeel. Alright, I'm gonna eat breakfast, maybe watch a YouTube video, I'm not sure how much time I have, and then get to work. Hey, you're in my freezer. How's it going? Alright, it's like 8:55. I just did my 8 o'clock walk, so every hour, if I haven't done at least 250 steps by the like 50-minute mark, my watch beeps at me. If I haven't done at least 250 steps, and so then I go in from my office to the corner of my garage and back is almost exactly 250 steps. If I haven't walked at all the rest of the time, during that little like stretch will make up my steps for the hour. I also just polished off the first Taylor, so we're gonna add some ice, fill her up again. I will say the one thing I don't like about this bottle, I mean it's a little bit big, but the thing that I don't like is it doesn't insulate very well. Hey everybody, it is now 11 o'clock, which means I am going on my lunch break, and it looks a little cloudy out there. I'm not sure if it's gonna rain or not, so I'm gonna take a little bit different route. Basically, if I walk around my block a few times, it'll be about a mile. I'm not gonna take this camera with me just in case it decides to start raining. But I'll be listening to my audiobook this time, and I will have my phone just in case I see something worth filming, but I kind of doubt it because this route is a little bit more boring. Update on my foot, it hurts. And I did change into blue jean shorts, so these will be better for the chafing situation. I'm almost done with Taylor number 2. I'll probably finish this before I head out. I'll see ya after my walk. Time has passed, can you tell? My face is kind of red. I need to put on some, like, reapply my sunscreen moisturizer. So I went for my walk. I'm now at 5,600 or so steps, which is good because we're halfway through the day, we're halfway through the steps. I refilled Taylor, so we are on to Taylor number 3. Based on how fast I've been drinking them, I think it might be the heat. Based on how fast I've been drinking them, I might even get to 4 today, or like 3.5. Seems likely. And then I'm also, ooh, don't spill, don't spill. It is Domino's pizza, but it's leftover from earlier this week when I got it, on a day that I did not eat all my meals at home. but leftovers count. It's my rules. It's my goals. I get to decide. Leftovers count even if they're from a restaurant. Hey guys, you know what this means? Sorry, it's dark. We're getting there. In addition to having run out of breath apparently, in addition to having finished my minimum water allotment for the day, I've also, my Fitbit yells at me for 9 hours out of the day to go and get my 250 steps in, and today was the first time in a long time that I got all 9 of those hours. It's a lot of times I have an hour-long meeting, or just be lazy, or I'm not wearing my Fitbit, so I'll miss some of the hours, or all of them if I'm not wearing them. Even if I get 250 steps, Fitbit doesn't know. Anyway, all that to say, I've got about half an hour left in my work day, and I'm at 7,610 steps. So, I'm gonna finish up work. I don't think that I need to go for a 2-mile walk. I think I can go for like a 1-mile walk plus one of the little lappy doos. I estimate that 1 mile equals about 2,000 steps, but sometimes I'm taking bigger steps, sometimes I'm taking smaller steps. Anyway, so finish up work, do my walkie-do, take a shower, eat some food, and class is at 6:30. We're having a good day. Well, that was a total failure. So I finished work, then I started walking, got about like, I don't know, 300 feet from my house, and it started raining. At first it was just like a couple drops, like, probably not actually gonna start raining. And then it rained some more. So I'm gonna do some reading of the Ace book then, and then take a shower, and then we'll see. Depending on when it stops raining, I might go out for another walk, or I might try and, I don't know, do one of those walking in place exercise videos. I've never done one, so I shouldn't judge it, but it doesn't sound super appealing. I'll probably read for like half an hour, shower, and then dinner. So I'll see you probably for dinner. I'm sad that I didn't get to do my last walk. I still might, because it stays dark, stays late enough here, right now at least, that I'll still have some, like an hour or so of light after class, depending on if we end early or late. But either way, oh, my arm is starting to fail me. Oh no, oh no. Got some good old microwave curry. This is actually delicious. I don't know that I would call this traditional curry, but it tastes good. And if you know me, you know that I like my curry with tortilla chips if I can't get my hands on naan. Since I haven't gone grocery shopping in a long time, hence the microwavable dinner, going with tortilla chips tonight. Alright, it's getting close to being class time, and so I said I would show you my letterbox. Normally this would slide in on that bottom shelf, but it's just got all this different stationery, different little cards, just a note. And these ones I got so long ago. I got the same pack for my little sister so that we could write back and forth to each other. These are a variety of different cat doodle cards. It's just a little notebook. Some more cat cards. These are usually ones that I send to my niece and nephew just because I think they'll get a kick out of them. Ooh. I also like to give my niece and nephew little stickers anytime I write to them, just because they're easy to send, and I hope that they enjoy them. These I got on our family vacation to Myrtle Beach. Just a notebook. It's supposed to be a journal thing. I haven't actually written anything in it. Some more stickers. These are just thank you cards. I've used them a few times. And then a couple more journals. These are the same ones that came with the one I used this morning for the morning pages. And so whenever that one gets filled up, I'll move on to these ones.
Well, I hope it's not as hot as where you are as it is here where I am.
It is almost the end of the day, which is very exciting. It's been a good one. Just finished class. I did speak up, talked about how the amount of acreage available in an area could be a limiting factor for the amount of solar energy. Also, not during class, that would be rude, but before I came over here, I wrote 3 letters. J, H, and M. I didn't address them, obviously, because I wanted to be able to show you that I wrote them. Although, I'm just showing you envelopes, so that doesn't really mean anything, but I wrote them. And hopefully, by the time this is up, if any of them are watching this, they will have already received their letters. So, if you are in my life and you are J, H, or M, and you haven't received a letter recently, maybe check the mailbox. Let's cross these off. Okay, the only thing left is the 10,000 steps. I do have some other stuff I'm going to do, so I'll take you along for the other stuff going on in my life as well. But as far as making this a perfect day, we are close. I checked my pedometer a little bit ago while I was sitting in class, so it's like 5 more to get from class to where I am right now. I'm at about 8,600. I found a couple of those walking ones. After I took my shower, I got into my PJs, and I don't really want to go outside. So we're gonna do a YouTube walk in place thing. Changed moves, but it looks exactly the same to me. I don't know what's going on. It's just like slow motion kickboxing class. I don't know what's going on. Okay. Well, I'll link it below, but I'm gonna say, so I liked it. But if it's not what I was expecting, when I said a walking workout, I was assuming that it was a workout that was generally like walking, but with fun things. I don't know what I was thinking, but I know that there are ones where it's essentially like you're walking in place for 30 minutes, and that's kind of what I was thinking, but I don't know if it focused. But right now I'm at 10,400 steps, so I actually stopped with about, I don't know, 4 or 5 minutes left of the workout. So what I wish I had known before going into it, it's really 2 things. Number 1, it's not a walking workout. It is a workout done at walking pace. And generally low impact exercises. You do need kind of a wider range of space. So if I had known that, I would have like cleared out the space in my living room. I could do it down there. Right now I have a bunch of Amazon packages I need to open and do something with. So I figured I'd do it in my office space since I was just walking in place. Nope, there's like kicks and punches, and you need like a radius. The length of your leg radius circle around you. That's number 1. Number 2 is the music she has playing in the video is not the music she's listening to, I would almost bet she's not moving to the beat, which, not required in a workout class, but most of the time your instructor's moving to the beat. Like, it would have been fine if she'd at least picked one that had a similar beats per minute or something, but it's really difficult to follow, especially a couple of the early moves. Follow her, the sound, it messed me up. So I'm glad I did that alone in my office where no one could see me. I'll link it down below, because like, if you want a full body exercise that's lower impact, like I still got a little bit sweaty, but not going to be hard on your knees or your ankles or anything like that, I think it would be a good one. But again, just make sure you have the space. Like, I had to move this out of the way for a couple of the moves. Alright, let's go cross that off, and then we'll finish up our night. So this morning, I ran out of cold brew, which is weird because it's a Wednesday. Normally I don't run out until Thursday, so I must have just used a lot of bigger cups and less ice this week. What you're gonna need is a water source. I use a Brita filtered water. The water up here I don't feel like needs to be filtered, but it's just an old habit from Georgia where definitely needed to be filtered. A pitcher that is about 2 liters. This is like a cheese bag or like a nut milk bag kind of thing. Reusable tea bag. I think that's what I had looked up, was like reusable cold brew bag or iced tea bag or something to that effect. And this came up. Yeah, basically it works like a tea bag. You put coffee grounds in here, then you let it set overnight, and then in the morning you add some more water, and boom, you got cold brew. I'm of course using Awesome Coffee Club. This bag does look different than the other one, because this was actually from the first shipment. Does anybody have a coffee grinder that doesn't end up getting like coffee grounds all over the place when you open it up? Because if so, I'm in the market. I'm tired of there just being a whole bunch of wasted coffee grounds all over the place. For a 2-liter pitcher, I use about 2 of these. Maybe not full. You'll see. It should be slightly more ground than this. I think I've still got some kind of bigger chunks. There you go. That's much nicer. And oh my gosh, is there any smell better than freshly ground coffee beans? I don't think so. Like, it even smells better than like the coffee in the morning. So I kind of go by look, because I used to make these with set up bags, and I've got no idea how much was actually in those bags. I could look it up. I'm not going to. Pull the drawstring, or however your tea bag closes. You want to fill this up about halfway. Try to make sure that you coat the bag. So it seems like I got some of the grounds in the pitcher. This is why I don't normally fill it up with the bag in the pitcher. It just seemed easier for demonstration purposes. One time when I had the like pre-made bags, I poked a hole in one of the bags while it was still in the pitcher, and then I had to strain all of the coffee because that was a lot of grounds in there. So yeah, don't do that. I let it set overnight, and then in the morning, take the coffee bag out, fill the pitcher up the rest of the way with water. You may have seen like this is more than halfway, but then when you take the bag out, it's about halfway because the bag displaces some of the water. It's your science lesson for the day. And yeah, I add a little bit of creamer to it. If I'm feeling really fancy, I'll like foam it up, and a couple ice cubes, and you're good to go. AwesomeCoffeeClub.com. Hey everybody, I'm gonna close out the vlog here. All I'm really gonna do for the rest of the night is probably just do a rough cut of this vlog. I do want to clarify before I close out that when I say today was a perfect day, I don't mean just like the most wonderful, best day of my life. I mean, it was perfect in that I got 100% of the habits on my little checklist checked off, that I did all of the little things in life that I have control over in my day-to-day life that I wanted to get done. Obviously, if this was an actual like perfect, wonderful, best day of my life kind of thing, would have involved some like friends, family, no work, probably no class, definitely no doing the dishes. I didn't film that because I thought it was too boring, but I did the dishes after work today. Would have been considerably more reading. I wouldn't have to sneeze right now, but I did make it through all of my little check boxes, which was the goal for today. This is a typical day in my life, other than the fact that I actually did all of the good little habits that I don't always have time for, don't always make it in, and that's okay. Like, honestly, as long as I do a couple of those every day, or make progress on all of them or something, like, those are just kind of ideas, categories for me to make an effort in. Fortran is, you know, being her normal dramatic self. I'm standing though, so she can't just jump into my lap. But yeah, there's a lot of days where I am, especially being work from home and and school from home, virtual, that I spend most of my day in my house, between my couch and my desk and the kitchen, walking around town or my neighborhood or whatever. Did you have something to say to the camera? Do you want to share with the class? All right, so we're gonna sign off for the night. Good night, sweet dreams. Oh yeah, and like and subscribe and comment down below if you have any solutions to my coffee grinder problems. And also, do you have any daily habits that you like doing, or that you strive for, or that you use to like focus? All right, I'm really going away now, bye.